Hello, everyone. I'm Amanda Matthew, a pediatrician based in Manhattan, and someone who's had to learn how to rise above family toxicity. You've probably heard the saying, success breeds enemies. Well, imagine combining success with a manipulative sister-in-law. That's my reality. I built my pediatric practice from the ground up and even helped my younger brother, Marcus, launch his construction company. We were always close until Regina entered the picture. Your sister's always hanging around the office, isn't she? I once overheard Regina whisper to Marcus. Don't you think that's a bit controlling? I mean, just because she helped with the startup money. It started with subtle jabs like that, little remarks designed to plant doubt. The first time I met Regina was at a charity gala where Marcus was bidding for contracts. She was stunning, charming, and seemed genuinely interested in my work with children. Dr. Matthew, your reputation precedes you, my mentor, Dr. Sarah, said during a staff meeting soon after. We're so lucky to have you leading the pediatric department. I noticed Regina's polite smile falter. She was there to drop off lunch for Marcus, but her narrowed eyes betrayed something else. Then came the pregnancy announcement. We're having a baby, Regina exclaimed at a family dinner, her excitement lighting up the room. Everyone was thrilled, especially me. Becoming an aunt was something I'd always dreamed of. But things started to unravel. Lisa, Marcus's assistant, approached me at the office one day. Dr. Matthew, I don't mean to intrude, but I've noticed Mrs. Chase coming in late at night, going through files in Marcus's office. I felt a chill run through me. Files? What files? Before I could make sense of it, Monica, Regina's former roommate, reached out to me on social media. We need to talk about Regina, she wrote. There's something you should know about her connection to Robert Chase. Robert Chase, Marcus's fiercest competitor, known for hostile takeovers and ruthless tactics. The mere mention of his name made my stomach churn. Regina's manipulation only became more apparent as her pregnancy progressed. I heard Amanda telling her doctor friends that my pregnancy choices are all wrong. Regina wailed to Marcus one evening. I didn't say that. I protested when Marcus confronted me. All I did was suggest a good prenatal vitamin brand. Maybe you should focus on your own life, Amanda, Marcus snapped. Not everyone needs your professional opinion. The words stung. Marcus and I had always been close. But now, Regina was driving a wedge between us, and I felt powerless to stop it. Then one night, I overheard Regina on the phone. Everything's going according to plan. Trust me, Robert, by the time the baby arrives, Marcus won't have anyone left but me. I froze. Robert Chase. This wasn't just petty family drama anymore. It was a calculated plan to isolate Marcus, and Regina was at the center of it. At Regina's lavish baby shower in the Plaza Hotel's Crystal Ballroom, tension simmered just beneath the surface. The room sparkled with chandeliers and floral arrangements, but Regina was glued to her phone, furiously texting. Dr. Matthew, could I ask your advice? My sons have this persistent cough. A colleague murmured during appetizers. Before I could respond, Regina's voice cut through the room. Can we not turn my baby shower into your medical key and a session? The room fell silent. All eyes were on us. Regina alternated between smirks and scowls as she opened gifts, her mood swinging like a pendulum. When she reached mine, a premium baby medical care kit and documentation of a college fund I'd set up, her smile turned icy. How generous of super successful Aunt Amanda, she drawled, loud enough for everyone to hear. Always showing off, aren't you? First your fancy doctor job, then funding Marcus's company, and now trying to control my baby's future. Regina, I just wanted. Wanted what? She snapped, standing up, her pregnancy not dulling the venom in her voice. To prove you're better than me? That you'd be a better mother? That you know everything because you're a doctor? That's not true, I began, but she cut me off. You just can't stand that Marcus has a life that doesn't revolve around you anymore. That's not true. I started to defend myself, but the slap came out of nowhere. The sharp crack echoed through the ballroom. I stumbled backward, colliding with a table full of champagne glasses. Crystal shattered on the floor, and gasps rippled through the stunned crowd. Dr. Sarah rushed to my side, her voice calm but laced with fury. I'm documenting this assault right now. That kind of force could have seriously injured her. Stay out of this, Regina screamed, her face contorted with fake indignation. She's been trying to ruin everything since day one. acting all perfect, pretending to care about my baby while spreading lies about me. Marcus finally stepped forward, but not to help me. "Amanda, I think you should leave," he said, his voice cold. "You've upset her enough." I stared at him in disbelief. "Marcus, please, there's something you need to know about Regina." "No, no more of your paranoid accusations," he snapped. "She's pregnant with my child, Amanda. And you can't stand not being the center of attention. Get out." Tears blurred my vision as security escorted me from the ballroom. Behind me, I could hear Regina's dramatic sobs and Marcus's voice soothing her. But when I glanced back, Regina's crocodile tears vanished. She locked eyes with me, her mouth twisting into a victorious smirk. Out in the rain-soaked parking lot, Dr. Sarah caught up with me. "I've taken photos of your face for documentation," she said firmly. "This isn't over, Amanda." My phone buzzed. A text from Monica. "I saw what happened. Meet me tomorrow. You need to see something about Regina and Robert Chase. It's worse than we thought." I touched my throbbing cheek, the sting of humiliation replaced by a surge of rage and determination. Regina may have humiliated me tonight, but she had made the biggest mistake of her life. Nobody hits me in front of my colleagues, my mentor, and my brother, and gets away with it. From the parking lot, I could see Regina through the ballroom window, already back to her secretive texting while Marcus hovered protectively. My baby brother was in danger, whether he believed it or not, and I was done playing nice. The next morning, I met Monica at a quiet coffee shop downtown. She slid a USB drive across the table. "Security footage from Chase Industries," she explained. "Dated 3 months before Regina met Marcus. She wasn't just an employee, she was Robert Chase's top corporate spy." My hands trembled as I plugged the drive into my laptop. The video showed Regina sitting confidently in a boardroom with Robert Chase. "Target his sister first," Chase's voice echoed through the speakers. "Marcus Matthew trusts her too much. Once she's out of the picture, he'll be vulnerable." My phone buzzed. Lisa was calling. "Dr. Matthew, I stayed late at the office last night." Regina was there, copying files from Marcus's computer. "I filmed everything." The video she sent showed Regina downloading confidential documents, client lists, bid amounts, blueprint specifications. It was everything Chase needed to destroy Marcus's company. "That's not all," Monica added. "The pregnancy? It was a setup. Chase's records show she got fertility treatments 2 weeks before meeting Marcus." My stomach twisted as the pieces of this horrifying puzzle clicked together. Bank alerts flooded my phone. As a silent partner in Marcus's company, I could see irregular transfers. Regina had been siphoning funds into hidden accounts. Then, another text. "Miss Matthew needs to back off. Accidents happen to nosy doctors." I dug deeper into Marcus's recent contracts, all mysteriously lost to Chase Industries. Each bid had been just slightly undercut, every project stolen with insider knowledge. "She's sabotaging us." Regina's voice carried from Marcus's home office as I dropped off some documents he'd requested. "Your sister's been feeding information to Chase. Why else would we keep losing contracts?" "But Amanda helped start this company," Marcus replied, his voice uncertain. "Wake up," Regina shot back. "She's a control freak. Why do you think she caused that scene at my shower?" I closed my eyes, hearing my mother's voice in my mind. "Protect your brother, Amanda. He trusts too easily." Another text buzzed. "Final warning. Stay away from Marcus, or your patient's records might have unfortunate accidents." Lisa called again, her voice panicked. "Dr. Matthew, Regina caught me filming her. She's threatening to frame me for corporate espionage." "Send me everything you have," I instructed. "Then get somewhere safe." Hours later, I had the full picture. Evidence of Regina meeting Chase weekly at a private club. Documents showing she destroyed 3 other companies the same way. Bank records revealing millions in payouts. The final piece? A recording from Monica, Regina and Chase laughing in bed together, plotting Marcus's downfall. "Once this baby's born, he'll sign everything over to me," Regina purred. Poor, trusting Marcus. At least his sister won't be around to warn him. "Just keep him isolated," Chase replied. "The restraining order you're planning should handle his sister permanently." My blood boiled. They weren't just stealing Marcus's company. They were planning to ruin him completely. Another text popped up. "Meeting about your brother's incompetence tomorrow. The board's voting to remove him. Shame you can't warn him." Game on, Regina. You messed with the wrong sister. A thunderstorm raged outside when Marcus burst into my office after hours. His face was pale, his hand trembling as he held his tablet. Your phone syncs to the house Wi-Fi, right? His voice cracked with a mix of rage and disbelief. Regina forgot to disconnect from it. He thrust the tablet toward me. The screen lit up with hundreds of WhatsApp messages between Regina and Robert Chase. My stomach churned as I scanned them. Intimate photos, whispered schemes, and then Regina's pregnant belly visible in several compromising shots with Chase. Look at this one, Marcus said, scrolling with tears streaming down his face. The message read, "Can't wait until this baby helps me take everything from this idiot. At least his controlling sister got what she deserved at the shower." "Marcus, I'm so sorry," I began. "No," he interrupted. "I'm sorry. I didn't believe you. But now we're taking them both down." Over the next week, Marcus and I carefully orchestrated our plan. He played the devoted husband, feeding Regina fabricated details about a massive new development project. "Baby, these plans for the new airport contract are incredible." Regina cooed over dinner, phone hidden discreetly under the table as she texted Chase. "They won't stand a chance." Chase Industries swallowed the bait without hesitation. Millions were poured into preparing for a project that didn't exist, even pushing them to take out massive loans. Regina's insider information had always been flawless. Why doubt it now? The trap was set. The day Chase Industries announced their bid, Marcus struck back. At an emergency board meeting, he presented everything. Regina's espionage, the affair, and her schemes. "And here's footage of her assaulting my sister at the baby shower," Marcus declared, his voice booming through the boardroom. Within hours, the fallout was catastrophic. Chase Industries' stock plummeted. Reporters picked up the story, and Regina's phone exploded with calls from furious investors and curious journalists. Her perfect facade shattered. "You ruined everything." Regina screamed outside the courthouse days later, moments after Marcus filed for divorce. "That baby was my ticket to." She stopped mid-sentence, realizing reporters were filming. But it was too late. The revelations came fast and furious. The fertility treatments before she even met Marcus, the sham marriage, the espionage scheme. Chase Industries teetered on the edge of bankruptcy while Regina's social circle evaporated overnight. 6 months later, I sat beside Marcus at a charity gala hosted by my medical practice. A news ticker rolled by on the screen nearby. Former corporate spy Regina Matthews sentenced in multi-million-dollar fraud case. Dr. Sarah, my assistant, approached with a smirk. Regina called again. Says she's desperate to apologize. Marcus and I exchanged amused glances. "Tell her congratulations on the prison pregnancy program," I replied, sipping my wine. "I hear they have excellent prenatal care." The next day, the headline said it all. Chase Industries assets sold off. Matthew Construction expands nationwide. Disgraced couple faces decades behind bars. I smiled to myself. Mom would be proud. I protected Marcus, just as I promised her I would. Regina learned the hard way, never underestimate a sister's love or her capacity for revenge. What would you do if you discovered your pregnant sister-in-law was a corporate spy plotting to destroy your family? Would you quietly gather evidence like I did, or confront her head-on? The hardest part wasn't catching Regina. It was watching my brother fall for her manipulation, even as she isolated him from those who loved him most. Have you ever dealt with a toxic person who tried to turn your family against you? How did you expose them? Share your story in the comments below. For more tales of standing up to manipulators and watching their plans crumble, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. New stories drop every week because sometimes the best revenge is letting karma do its job while you rise above it all. See you in the next video.